Who do you have as the number 13 quarterback?
So the overall irony that I'm picking this guy right now is not lost on me. I was going between two guys here. I was going between right now Kirk Cousins and Derek Carr, and I'm gonna go with Derek Carr on this one.
All right.
I think, for all the things I've knocked him on, I do still think that, from the entire time that John Gruden has been there, he has talked about maybe bringing in another quarterback. But I think he actually put together one of his best seasons to date, probably since the year they made that big year that they had. But he had, what was it here? My bad, I just lost it from sorting it. 21 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, over 4,000 yards. He did a really good job of throwing the ball downfield, almost 11 yards per completion. And I just thought he put together his best year last year, maybe finally figuring out this offense pretty well, and he's going to get some weapons coming in this next season from the draft. I'm excited for Carr this next season, and I feel like this is kind of the make or break year, and I think he does end up making it. Complete 180.
Okay, so have I officially then sold you on Derek Carr? Is that what you're saying here?
I don't know what the peak of this Raiders team is, because I do feel like I watched that team a lot of times last year, and I was like, this team's not very good. I didn't think the team was very good. But at the same time, he put together some pretty good numbers with the team that I thought wasn't very good, and they're faster now. They're stronger now. I think they're better now. And I'm not going to say that they're going to win the AFC West or knock off the Chiefs by any means, but I think this can be a pretty solid offense this next season.
Yeah, obviously, ironically enough, I had him at number 13 also, so kind of works out well there. There was a part of me that for a second thought maybe I should just not pick Derek Carr at all and just force you to pick him. I didn't do that. He actually was number 13 on my board. I find this interesting, though, and my next pick is going to be Kirk Cousins. I'll just say that now. Last podcast, I believe it was last podcast, it might have been 2 podcasts, or it was 2 podcasts ago, you said that you like Kirk Cousins, and you seem more higher on Kirk Cousins than Derek Carr. Has something changed in those past 2 weeks?
The more I was looking at it with the Vikings, I feel like he didn't throw the ball down the field a whole lot just because of the offense. His air yards weren't very high. But at the same time, when he was asked to throw the ball downfield, he had Stephon Diggs, which really helped out because Stephon Diggs is a really good receiver. And I'm concerned about now running that offense without Stephon Diggs, how that changes. I think Thielen's very good at what he does. He's an elite level route runner, but I don't think he's as much of a downfield threat. I don't think Kyle Rudolph is as much of a downfield threat. How's that offense going to look when they don't have anybody who's a real threat 30 yards downfield?
Yeah, okay, yeah, pretty interesting. I think there's some logic there. I also agree. Carr had a Cousins. Part of it is they had very similar seasons, but Carr did it with way less talent. So Carr's line was better, but his receivers were worse. So I guess you could argue one way or the other. Both had good running backs. But anyways, we don't have to, Kirk Cousins, whatever. He's a fine player.